My little corner office didn't work out so great. Neither did my cooler or where my pantry is, so I need to figure all that out. The laundry, garbage to throw out. Water bottles are empty, need to be filled up. This I need to figure out how to use once and for all. And I need to feel like this again.
Is it just sleeping in your car?
What's that?
Is it like a
It's a built. What's that?
Is it like a converted?
Yeah. It's like a built out like hatchback thing. So
Okay. We just know how if it's like not built out, you're just sleeping in it, but if it's built out.
Yeah. It's all built out. Yeah.
Under clear?
Yeah, clear. Yeah.
Sorry, I just say it's
Right.
Oh no, you're
Drive
fine.
I said we don't have
Oh,
any
no,
cars.
you're totally fine.
And you're just saying one night with us?
Yeah, just one night.
And
Yeah.
just you, and then you just have one dog?
Yeah, just the one dog. Yeah. Thank
Should be
you.
the same as her. Okay.
Driver's license?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right?
Okay, that actually really scared me for a second. I did not think I was going to be able to stay in my car. Like her first look was like, you mean sleeping in your car? And I was like, I started to explain, oh, I have like a hatchback. And she's like, oh, like converted. I was like, yes, like converted car. Lost for like 20 minutes. I've been driving around this place for 20 minutes trying to just find it. This is getting a little frustrating. I can't like read a map like this when I'm trying to drive. It's no. Okay, thank you. I hope that I can figure this thing out. Before it gets too dark, this is our camp. This is in front of us. This is where our tent would be if we were doing that. Have RVs on this side. Finally, on this side, it's just like trees, and it looks like there's maybe like an RV community over there or something like that. Okay, I feel like I have everything out here that I could possibly need at this point, so I think it's time for me to stop procrastinating and focus on the elephant in the room. Okay. I think this part just goes like with the propane tank. I hope these people in their RVs aren't laughing at me. Don't laugh at me, please. Okay guys, it's getting dark and I'm still procrastinating about this stove. I have a little surprise for you. Oh my god. I was watching YouTube on how to do it. I'm using chili, and I saw this on somebody else's channel. I'll put her up here. Thank you so much for the idea. Man, that's awesome, man. I thought I needed a lighter and everything. I honestly don't know what I was so scared about. I was just anticipating having to learn how to use this thing. I've never done that before, and I did not even realize that I didn't even need that. I don't know what I would do without YouTube, because sometimes reading the directions, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But when I go watch a YouTube video with somebody who really explains it simply, it's just like a lifesaver. Okay guys, we are moving into the next step. Is we're gonna pour our tomato stuff in here. And then after this, we're going to add water, which is 16 ounces, which conveniently is 2 of these things. I think I should have done like a half a batch, because now this is like way too full. So if you're doing this and you don't have a really big skillet, you might just want to do half a batch, because yeah, we'll see how this works out. It smells so good. Obviously, I recommend getting to your campsite earlier. I don't have a very good track record of getting to campsites before dark, and actually I don't think I've ever done that on my own customarily, so it definitely would have been a lot easier if I had gotten here earlier. But there's just a lot of moving parts, and when you're traveling and you're car camping, okay everyone, this is the finished product. So that's the chili with onions and cheese and avocado. Now I'm going to give it a try. 10 out of 10. So I took a shower and I got all of my laundry done. It was so nice to get all of that done. And I just finished repacking my laundry. I keep my clothes in these packing cubes, and I don't know if I've showed you all before, but the packing cubes actually help to support the bed, the memory foam bed. It would just kind of drop off, and it helps to hold it up. So yes, my car is built out. It's built out with packing cubes that hold up my bed. So it's definitely nice to have my clothes done, because my bed was starting to sag. So that's how I know that it's time to do laundry, I guess. So, okay, so checkout tomorrow is at 11 o'clock, and I definitely still have a lot that I need to accomplish on my reset list items for car camping. And one of those items I think I mentioned before is that I need to reorganize this area, because I'm having like a lot of issues maintaining a cooler. I'm bailing on the cooler. I'm going to clean that out, and I'm going to use that as my dry pantry. And another thing I don't like about this setup, I know I got really excited in another video about this setup, but part of car camping is, like, I'm so glad that I have not built out this car, because I really feel like so much of it is knowing yourself and your experience. You really have to spend time in it to understand it. And something that I don't like about this setup is that you can see from the outside during the day. You can see stuff against my window, and I don't like that. Hey everyone, welcome back. It is the next day, and I'm getting ready to head out. I do want to do a quick recap here on the KOA. I do recommend it. I think for me, it was definitely beneficial. It made a lot more sense than going to a hotel, because when you have your car camper set up like I do, it gets to be a really big pain to just go into a hotel, because I don't just I have things like scattered all through my car because my car is so small that I'll have like my contact solution here, like I'll have my glasses here, I'll have everything conveniently placed and not necessarily in one big bag, because that one big bag could take up too much space or may not be accessible for when I need it. So I find that it's very difficult to just go into a hotel for one night. That's just me with a car camper. So for somebody who does not have a solar shower, I'm not doing a solar shower because I need to install a cargo box before I even attempt to do anything like that. So for someone like me where, you know, a truck stop will cost like upwards of $20 to take a shower, I think $43 is pretty reasonable for the whole campsite for the night, considering that laundry was only $1.25 per wash, $1.25 per dry, and that is significantly less expensive than laundromats in town. So considering that I needed a shower and doing laundry, and I also cleaned out my car so I could use all the trash stuff, and there were also like hookups if I had needed that. I mean, I didn't have really anything to charge, but if I had a power station, I could have charged that all night just outside of my car. So that is something to keep in mind. So I would recommend the campsites. I think that it can be a really good thing. I don't know if I would necessarily call ahead. I mean, just kind of analyzing what happened with the whole build out thing. I have good faith in me saying that yes, my car is built out, my car is converted, because I know in my conscience that I've put a lot of time and effort, not that it really matters, but to me, I know that I've put a lot of time into it to make it something that is workable for sleep. So I don't know exactly what their definition of build out is. I obviously don't have like a wooden platform. I didn't do all of that by choice. And so there isn't any specific criteria for a built out car. So, but they were very, I mean, you may have like heard at the beginning, I mean, there was some back and forth there for a couple of minutes, and I was a little bit nervous at first if it was going to work out. So I don't know if I had called in advance, I don't know if I would have, how the communication would have gone over the phone. It might have been the same, or it might have been more difficult to communicate that yes, I'm car camping, I'm sleeping in a car, but it's a car that's made to be slept in. So I kind of am glad that I did not call, because I'm a little bit worried about how that interaction might have gone. It might have gone fine, but at the end of the day, I'm glad I just went there so that I could in person communicate to what my car camper was all about. All of that is definitely kind of a touchy subject. It's kind of a controversial subject. I'm not going to put time and energy into it in this video, but it is kind of an interesting topic, and if people are interested in discussing that, you know, feel free to hash that out in the comments. I am kind of interested in this because I have heard stories about not being able to sleep in your vehicle at the KOA. So again, this one made that differentiation between just sleeping in your car and it being converted. Like I said, in good faith, I said this car was converted because I believe it is. So I would recommend it. You don't just have to go to a KOA. There's plenty of options. So I hope that this video was educational. Sort of the goal here is for myself, is to be able to go longer and longer and longer without burning out. So after some time on the road, I was getting pretty burned out, but not like before. So I think this little camping trip really just kind of helped to tide me over. I do recommend it, and I hope this was educational, and I encourage you to check out campsites wherever you're traveling if that is what works for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!